But a lot of times it comes down to, you know, it's something in your body. So like when you're making these adjustments on the fly, when you're going off of feeling, these are things that are just happening in your body. They're not necessarily like, you're not sitting going down your 10-point checklist in your head before you pull the trigger. You're just going because, again, you feel that it's the right thing to do because you've been doing this so much. And this happens to everybody in jiu-jitsu, even for you guys that are relatively new white belts. You will notice that you start doing things and you don't even realize you're doing it. Like you'll start pulling back from people in a certain way because here's an example. If you get arm barred enough from guard or any position, you will start to become really hypersensitive to the back of your tricep. If someone starts to grab your arm, you will begin to pull your arm back. You'll start to pull your arms in. It just happens. Like I can watch my newer white belts pick that up very quickly. Now, why would you do that? Well, because you begin to associate subconsciously. You may get it consciously, but even subconsciously, you realize that when person grabs back of arm, I get arm barred. I lose. So therefore, pull away when person grab back of arm. And a lot of what we go off of, and this is something I think is really important when you're learning techniques. You want to try to pinpoint the physical cues, because a lot of techniques have a physical cue. And by physical cue, I mean a feeling, like a feeling that says, oh, that's the feeling that tells me to execute this particular technique, right? And if you can pinpoint those, it gives you the ability to know when to go for the technique and have better timing, right? But it also then gives you the ability to defend those techniques, because if you know the physical cue is X or Y, then you know that, well, when they do X or Y, you have to defend that technique. And again, that's a feeling thing. We can know it. I could tell you, hey, when someone grabs the back of your tricep, pull your arm back. But until you start to feel that for yourself, right? Then that's when it becomes real. And again, that's the beautiful part about jiu-jitsu. Jiu-jitsu is not a head knowledge thing. It's partly a head knowledge thing. That's a part of it, but it's far more an execution thing, a body thing, an action thing, because we are focused on the reality of the situation. It's why you can't have like a black belt just go watch an instructional, regurgitate it, and then teach it to the students. They have to do it themselves, even if they're just drilling it and practicing it so they can get a feel for the technique in order for them to show it.